This is Tom Cloud with this week's Precious Metals Market Update. I want to talk briefly about the bull in the china shop. It's almost amazing to me that promises are made in politics, and you have someone you think is going to do something right, and then this week we see Trump raise the debt ceiling $1.1 trillion for 1 year. 1 year. In other words, he is saying our debts are going to be as bad or worse than Obama's, and we're going to go in and raise the debt ceiling, and we're not going to vote on it, and we're going to push it forward till September 30th at the end of the fiscal year. We've now been operating since October 1st without a budget in the United States. We're just spending $1 trillion more than we're taking in, and no relief in sight. In fact, it's going to get worse before it gets better because of the increased spending for VA, infrastructure, military salaries, and things that Trump wants to put in there. I had a very, very high-rated money manager in last week, and he just wanted to come pick my brain for a few hours. He's been in the business 34 years, and he says, Tom, I have never been more scared. The stock market is selling at 29 times earnings, and people are calling up telling us to sell their bonds and put it in stocks, take all of our cash in money market, put it in stocks. And he said, yet every single indicator is showing the economy going down, not up. We see the dry index for shipping at a recession low since 2007-8. We see unemployment rates going up, as John Williams on Shadow Stats shows, and yet everybody's euphoric out there that we're going to have this tax cut, both corporately and individually, and it's going to be the catch-all. And he says, then you're going to see earnings at 30, 35, 40 times earnings on these stocks, and there's no way that can be held up. And then we see for 4 straight months, car sales are falling. It's another recessionary indicator that everybody follows, including big money managers. So you're sitting there wondering how you can settle this in your mind, while on the other side, the bull in the china shop grows. He's getting bloated. He's swelling up. He's way overweight, and he's getting worse overweight. It is a federal budget deficit. We're now just raised it up at $21.1 trillion, and we're going to continue to print money at record rates. The dollar is below 100. This is unbelievable. The dollar, we're the highest debted country in the history of civilization. In case you haven't looked at usdebtclock.org, as of September 30th, 2016, we have $10 trillion in all the accounts to pay everything, and we owe $94 trillion. We're $84 trillion in the hole, not 21 or 20 of cash, because these are unfunded liabilities that have to be paid in government retirement accounts, accounts receivables presently. Then we go over the Social Security obligations. We're $84 trillion in debt, only have $10 trillion in assets and $94 trillion in liabilities, and this is right off the government's balance sheet, and this is growing at double digits per year. How long can this be sustained? So people, you've got to wake up and look at reality. If you're in this thing for short term, you are going to be killed, I can promise you. The best advice still comes from the book of Ecclesiastes 11, and that's chapter 11, verse 2, to divide your wealth 7 or 8 ways, because no man knows what disaster will come upon the land. 1/3 of the New Testament has to do with business, has to do with business relationships, and money investments. 1/3 of the parables in the New Testament. And it's all about diversification and holding people's feet for responsibility, being good stewards of what God's given you to manage while you're here on earth. And people, I just see it after 41 years in this business, and a crusty old pro at this that, remember, you couldn't even be in this business till 1971. I started this company in 76. And I tell you, I've never seen the country and the conditions in euphoric that things are going to get better. It's going to be great. Debt's going to keep going. And we're just going to have a great things going forward. But I can tell you, while the other clock is ticking, last month, China imported more gold than anything else was sold in the world. One country. Central banks are buying. And for the ones of you that don't believe, China's going to have a gold-backed currency, probably along with Russia and India. But if not, they'll do it by themselves. And it will happen in the next couple years or less. And we just sit here thinking then gold's going to be 2,600, 3,000, 4,000 an ounce. And worse than that, you're not going to be able to buy it at any price. And silver right now is back below mining cost because when the shorts started, you just accelerate it and pushes the price down. And then I talked to my contacts in Singapore, and JP Morgan continues to short gold to push the price down where they can buy more physical because they almost have as much as they want. I forgot how many millions of physical ounces of silver JP Morgan has, but it's way up there. We're going to see silver absolutely go crazy. And I'm not talking about up from 17 where it is now to 20. I'm talking about 30 plus, 40 plus. And I'm not talking about years from now. I'm talking about months from now. And you can believe that or not believe it. But you can take it from experience. Hopefully you're smart enough to take a small part and put it in silver when there's no risk and not be buying it at 24, 30, 35, 40 when everybody else is buying it. And premiums are a lot higher than they are. I mean, we've got some deals on silver right now I haven't seen. We've got large wholesalers calling us, can you help us move this or this or this? And we are just meshing our clients together. If they want gold, we'll give them 2 or 3 different special deals. And you'll need to call us to get these because I'm not putting them out because we've got several institutional buyers that have started buying and are going to buy more. Seems like everybody has it except the little guy who wants to sell everything he's got and put it in the stock market. And I've been watching this for 41 years. Actually, I've been in this business since 72. I had my own company since 76. But you better get your head screwed on right, and you better look. And another tip, I'll be praying for wisdom. We have a lot of cases in the Bible where people like King David prayed for wisdom, and they got it. I pray for wisdom, not only for my family, but for you, our clients, every day, because there is more things out there. And I ain't even talking about North Korea. I'm not talking about Syria. I'm not talking about Israel, Russia, military buildups, more debt accelerating around the world. I'm not even talking about those, just the things I've talked about today. If you want to talk to us about a self-directed IRA, if you have money you want to roll over into precious metals, call us. We can function as your broker and your representative, but we'll help you set up a custodian, and we'll help you decide how much gold and silver you want in there. And if you're still holding rare coins, you need to talk to us because we really feel strongly you need to get into bullion coins. Certainly, we've been right for 17 years when I moved out of rare coins because gold's gone up over 500% over the past 17 years, and rare coin index is not even doubled. And the stock market hasn't even doubled. It's gone from like 15, 16,000 to near 21,000, while gold's gone up 5 times. Stock market's gone up 70, 80% over 17 years. So anyway, you can reach us at 800-247-2812. That's 800-247-2812 to discuss asset allocation by taking a percentage of your assets and getting into gold and silver while you're buying your straw hats in the winter or your snow skis in the summer. you want to buy it while gold and silver are a little bit out of season. With this week's precious metals market update, this is Tom Cloud signing out.